in the building. So, I don't know if we good, Joe?
We live, Joe.
I ain't hear my music, man. I ain't hear the music, but it's all right. We gonna just play it anyway. We gonna do it like this.
Suplexing the baby.
What happened? Don't bring up the two and the baby stuff, man. Dirty already.
He back there suplexing the baby.
Hey, y'all. It ain't what it say on there.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
See what I'm saying? See how we get look. Okay. See, no. My next guest today, y'all, I have known for many, many, many years. She has broken barriers as far as black females in the city of St. Louis and the county of St. Louis. Berkeley High School native. You know what I'm saying? Here with us today. Look at that. Loud and proud. I mean, I got so many. Wait. I want to get this right. I got the list here. I mean, is the list correct?
You ain't got to do all that.
Listen.
No, because
But see, that's just showing your. But this just showing your credentials.
Before in life. What you do? Look me up on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. Oh. LinkedIn tell your whole story.
Look.
I can show how many interviews you done been on and everything.
Look at everything. What you talking about?
Oh, I gotta
open it back up.
That ain't even my current job.
That's all right, but we gonna talk about that. Look,
we ain't never said LinkedIn was current.
Right. Wait. Hey. So check this out. She's been an alderwoman. She's been an executive director. She has been a contract compliance specialist, and she's gonna update us on what she's doing currently. And also, she was. Wait a minute. Let me get this right. She speaks French.
Whoa.
How did you know that?
Hollywood
Get off my stuff. Get off my stuff. Hey, do you know what that means?
No.
Well, stop singing.
Would you like to go to bed with me tonight?
Oh, well, I need to say that to a few people.
Hey, see y'all, when you come on this show, this
you
is
learn
not,
some shit.
Right. And this isn't about, the and what was it? No, that's not how we do our show. We come out here because we want you to get to know the person you're doing business with. People always seem more apt to do business with people that they know.
Yep.
And if you get to know this woman, trust me, you're going to want to do some business with her.
Definitely
if the camera can go over there, this boy here can't even, you probably hear him chewing on the camera.
I'm telling you, I just got through chewing
look,
too.
everybody, me too.
Hey,
everybody.
so what? Shit, got it going on.
Big shout out.
Got it
So
going
we gonna actually get into this before this time get away from us, y'all. Like, we already done laughed and ate up some other time, so we're gonna have to get a part two, which I love doing. I love doing a part two because we probably just get to scratch the surface on this young lady. She said she has to do some updates, so I can only dig so far if the information is not there.
You could have asked me and I'd have gave you a bio is all I'm saying, but
I ain't want that.
That's right.
I didn't want that. I wanted to try it my way to see how far I could go, and then I let you fill in the blanks. You good with that? All right. So after Berkeley, did you grow up in Berkeley?
Actually, no. I was a transient kid and grew up all over the place.
Okay.
Start everywhere. I came to Berkeley middle school, and I went from middle school on throughout my life, and then I moved to Florissant, then Moline Acres, then Kirkwood, and back to Florissant.
So what high school? So after high school,
Berkeley Senior High School, 8710 Walter Avenue.
I didn't mean to say we went through that. I was saying after high school.
Oh, okay.
Further education.
Yes.
Was that Lindenwood?
That was Lindenwood. Well, I went to Umsel first, and then you kind of don't do well at first, and then you drop out. Then you have babies, and then get married, and not quite in that order, and then you go back to college.
Yeah. Sometimes we gotta learn
black women.
I'm a recent college graduate, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh wow!
We have professional women on here.
Yeah. Like I said, that's what we're trying to do. Like I say, show. This is a black woman, y'all, that came up through it, and y'all had to understand they struggle. We think we have a struggle as a black man. They kind of got a double whammy.
Double whammy, yep.
And for her to make the positions and do the things she's done, you know what I'm saying? You straight up.
Look at you.
No, I'm serious. You straight
so
did.
ordinary.
You are.
You are. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Hey, look, to some.
The first bite made you important.
This nigga got queso.
Queso.
Where's this woman? Queso.
Hey, and y'all look, when I was doing my background on her, what's really funny is she has in her description, she has a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. But what's funny is that the quote that she has right here is literally summing up the Hustle Different podcast.
Okay.
That's what's crazy about it. And this wasn't rehearsed.
Say it.
Literally.
I can say it. I ain't got to read it.
Come on, with it. Come on, with it. That's what I'm saying. Think about it. Listen what I say.
To know that even one life has changed because you lived, this is to have succeeded. It's gonna be on my tombstone.
Yes, sir. You see that?
Word
what
up.
she's saying?
Word up.
And that's what we say. Like, if we can change
touch
one
life,
life, touch one, kid, make him put his gun down, and make him want to get into finance, or make him want to get into doing documentaries, or make him want to get into, clothing or podcast,
make him want to cook.
Even, a young lady, put her shorts up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And go and say, you know what? I want to pick up a spatula. I want to and learn. You know what I mean? This young lady.
Because you can cook in short shorts.
You can.
Sure
you can.
But but you
grease might pop on your leg, but that's okay.
That's us.
Put on an apron. Put on an apron.
It's got to be queso.
Oh my God.
My God.
All right, he's going. He is going.
My God. My God.
All right.
Get a little
So
game.
listen, what y'all really, if y'all friends with her on the internet, y'all know she is the. Now my wife is a Prince fanatic.
Oh, I am too.
Listen. This the only person that I think has my wife beat.
Gotcha.
The only reason I say that, my wife is all the way up to the point of the tattoo. She's there. No, she is there for the tattoo.
She wanted to get the new
ready.
symbol.
We went to Paisley. I took her to Paisley Park.
Shut the front
Yeah,
My husband just took me.
Yeah, I took her to Paisley Park, but I psyched her out. I told her we were going to a cabin in Iowa. Because, you got
Your husband played that game too. It went over good.
Yeah, look.
You
so
got something that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. Hey, he was the man that night, baby.
Yes, he did.
But see, I can't hold a secret. We get halfway through.
Talking.
Look, we get halfway through Iowa.
Uh-huh.
And I just look up, I'm like, baby, we finna go to Paisley Park. She bust. I'm sorry, baby.
Crying.
She bust out crying.
She did.
No, I'm just on the
Oh,
camera.
I
I'm saying on the
see it.
camera. I'm sorry. She bust out crying.
Did she
She
show
went
up?
up there. I mean, like I said, because I know the value and how she really feels.
Yeah.
Like, my wife was in there asking questions about, like, they give you the tour. My wife in there
Did you give her the ultimate experience?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Oh,
now I'm
yeah,
just
of
making
course.
sure.
Of
God, I have to
course.
fight you.
Of course. Of course.
What was that,
So-
like $1,000?
No, it was like $200.
No, it ain't
like
that
bad. Oh, it ain't that
160,
bad.
170,
Yeah.
something like that.
So she was asking about like the candles that was halfway burned down and like they saying, oh, this, and she over here like, hey man, she like, hey, you can't she like, hey, man,
Yeah,
who
you
is
can't
this?
touch nothing.
This and that. So I mean,
The garden is called Garden of Eden. They
Gotcha.
sell it at Electric Fetus. You can also order it online. That's
Listen
that
to
smell
that.
that you
Look.
smelled in his
Look
house.
at that.
I have it.
Is
in
that
mine.
right?
look at that.
Yes.
Oh,
Look at that. So
It is.
just to touch on that, where did that Prince? I mean, was it Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Or was it?
I was in love with Michael Jackson. Like every other, warm
Yeah.
blood, dark
Yeah.
skinned Michael Jackson.
But Prince always
was in
been my
love
guy.
with Michael
Prince been my
Jackson.
guy.
I was, just in love with Mike Jackson. And my daddy took me to see Purple Rain when I was 12. And
You ain't look
I
back.
didn't just fall in love. I don't even like light skinned dudes, but I liked him. But then I'm a music aficionado. I love lyrics. And
Right.
Prince
And he
has-
got him.
he's a
Yeah.
That's our
lyrical,
era. I think lyrics
amazing-
is
He
what
got
brought.
him.
Yeah, and I've been in love ever since. Like, I got a whole room dedicated to him
Right.
with rugs and
Wow.
guitar replicas and everything he's ever had. My car outside, my office at work, my
Gotcha.
body.
Yeah.
Did I show you
His
this
phone.
one? And then this one. And then the one
okay.
I'm getting next
Oh,
month.
Lord.
So,
Okay.
like, when he died, it was like,
Oh man.
yeah, I wasn't ready to go to pay. I wouldn't go.
Yeah, you was one of
until
the people
this
we
year.
had to get on
Like,
camera crying. Because I cried a little bit too, though. I'm not going to lie.
I left work. People was calling me. They came over to
man.
the house.
Yeah.
They thought
I didn't work now.
I left
Damn.
work. It was bad.
Hey,
Yeah, it's been bad ever since. My uniform when I'm not at work is a Prince t-shirt and leggings.
I was gonna say,
Every
if
single
you
day.
are her
Every single
friend,
day.
trust me, it's some Prince stuff anywhere. Just
Every
Anywhere.
single day.
look, search the picture. It's in there.
Sometimes
somewhere.
it snows.
You know, on my Zoom, my picture
Sing
is a
it, T.
Prince
Sing
picture.
it, T.
In
Yeah.
April.
So- No, I was just saying they just and the cool part is I actually had a chance to meet your husband. Me and Cornell, we actually met. You know what I'm saying? Cool dude. What's up, Cornell? Big shout out. That's my guy. Good dude. Good.
You light skin too. I don't know what happened.
She said, I like him too. Just know she likes you, Cornell. You all right,
You
guy.
can get it.
Yeah, he can get it. He can get
Hey,
it.
I'll die in your
She is on
arms
here wilding.
under a queso moon. Queso what?
Cornell, y'all got a new
You
son.
in my next commercial, brother. I'ma need you. I need
Yeah,
this kind
yeah.
of energy.
He's
got
your
me.
young person. He's your
got
young
me.
person.
Wow.
We here.
You
We
got
here.
me.
Hey, that's my guy.
We
Keep
here.
it-
You in the next commercial. I ain't playing.
You got me.
Hey Jay, like I say, remember we were talking about aldermen. On
Absolutely.
the show probably
Oh.
earlier this week. So we were talking about the. I don't really know. I can talk. What is
Say regular words.
what do they do? For the
Right.
normal person,
Exactly.
just explain it To
Say
the
that.
simpletons. Like myself. I'm one of the simpletons.
To the simpletons.
I'm one of the
So
simpletons.
you run the neighborhood. It is what it is, and you run it. So you have a group of people. Usually it's an odd number of people, and then you have a mayor. And generally in what third class, fourth class, like a Moline Acres where I was or somewhere else. We're not talking about St. Louis County. We're just talking about your Pine Lawns and municipalities. You have a mayor and then you have a board. The mayor kind of runs the day-to-day operations, but the aldermen really run it. And that's why I never wanted to be the mayor, because we control the money, we control what goes where, because you can't do anything as a mayor without aldermanic approval.
Correct.
And I was president of the board, and so the one thing about being an alderman is you got to learn how to count. And you got to learn how to count to get all of your votes to get what it is you need to move forward. Now, in getting those votes to move forward, sometimes it be on some bullshit. And then you got some raggedy folks in there doing some bullshit.
Correct.
And then if you're lucky, you have a group of like-minded people wanting to move something forward.
Explain that to the people, because they don't understand why those people hold those positions for so long and do that bullshit.
Me neither. Because I say all the time, that's why I'm not that anymore. You can't die with a baton in your hand. And this is the problem. Even on the state level and the federal level, we got 80, 90-year-old fucking presidents and 80 and 90-year-old people dying in office.
And can't even comprehend on shit.
Exactly. And without vision, the people perish. So you really have to really get young people, motivated and involved. And that's been something I'm really big on. Like, being elected wasn't really my thing. Being a consultant was, and getting people to learn how the process works and to get excited about, okay, if I come in, these are the changes that I can make. And a lot of times young people don't see that because they see that bullshit.
So they don't have examples.
And they see that bullshit.
So how much, so what percentage would you say of your actual constituency is truly actively involved or even actively knowledgeable about how the grassroots, how important the grassroots government, and why is that though? When you're impacted by
you didn't go to US
those decisions
studies in high school
that are happening every day, like how could that not be of the utmost importance to a constituency?
I've asked myself that a lot, because I never wanted to be in politics. It was just, I'm like, the shit ain't rocket science. If it were rocket scientists would be doing it. You can fuck with me, I'm gonna take your job. That's how I got elected.
Because there's no credentials
and I took
to
his
it.
job. Yeah. And but at the end of the day, what happens is we just go about our daily lives. And when I was younger, I wanted to vote. I was very engaged. I had great high school teachers who taught us about civics and that sort of thing. And, that's really not taught in high school. So I was ready to be engaged on a community level. But then I had kids. I had just moved into a neighborhood, and I saw some shit that wasn't going the way I wanted it to. I tried to have a conversation with my mayor and my alderman, and they were never there. And I'm like, come on, this ain't hard. And so what ultimately happened is that I did that. And I'm like, okay, when you are in control of your neighborhood, because I'd vote for dog catcher before I vote for president, but I vote for all of them.
Well, you have to, because the dog catcher means more important
exactly.
to you than the president.
Exactly. And so when I started getting involved, then I started actually doing things, and to the disdain of people who didn't want to do shit, they just wanted to be in office. There are but two types of people in this world: those who want to be and those who want to do. They are never the same person. I say that all the time because you see the ones who want to be, they taking the pictures, they loud, they all doing this, but then the ones that are actually doing ain't doing all that shit.
Because you don't have time for that shit.
Thank you. Because we got shit to do. And so you're working very hard.
Got time for all them damn pictures
Exactly.
and shit?
But then you see, like when you look at our county executive, when you look at certain mayors of certain areas, they on some bullshit. Because for somebody to be in office the period of time that they are, and you've not moved the needle, you've not done anything, your neighborhood still sucks, all of this. And when I got elected in Moline, I'm like, what good is it to say I'm the leader of a city that sucks? So what I did was, I didn't even tell nobody till we start doing stuff.
Right.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
When we was doing it, then it became, something more. But, the problem is, in your everyday life, you're not thinking about that until something happens. That's to your point. And then something happens, and you're like, oh, what am I supposed to do? And you don't know who to reach out to. And it is unfortunate, especially young people. And young people are so disenchanted with this process. And they feel like, well, it don't matter if I vote, nothing's going to change.
How frustrating is that for you to encounter that level of, and not in a bad way, but that level of ignorance to your laws and your ordinances in your community, in your city, and then just definitely going all the way up. How frustrating is that people don't care or don't get actively involved?
It's frustrating, but not to the extent that I'm going to give up, because you got to meet people where they're at. And so if there's somebody who just don't know, then I'm going to tell them, oh, this is how you can do things. This is how, case in point, my business partner in Case So What, she's a girl I went to high school with. She decided she wanted to volunteer and help me in my business. And as we got closer, she lives in Glasgow Village, and shout out to Tammy. She lives in Glasgow Village.
Shout out to Tammy.
Because of the work that I do now, I'm the legislative assistant to the councilwoman in the 4th Council District. And so what I do is I handle shit in 4th Council District in North County. And so one of the issues in Glasgow Village is that they didn't have leadership in Glasgow Village. So they calling my damn office. I don't have time for
Because there's not an HOA, it's a bunch of individuals.
There is an HOA.
Is there an HOA?
That had no leadership.
Wow, I didn't know
so
Glasgow Village had an HOA.
They do now. Tammy Tuggle is the president of the HOA.
Get out of here.
I said, look, we need leadership. So the councilwoman came down there. We had a meeting.
That's how y'all got all the rings, doorbells.
Oh, how you know?
I am the coach. When they say I do this, I follow. We put a lot of stuff in process, but that's how they got it. Yeah.
And Drew and the other board, we put them all in place, and now they handle things.
Gotcha.
And now they drove through the city, knocking on doors.
Yes.
Hey, we're the new HOA. Then the Urban League came in, the RBC came in.
Yes.
So I was out of town that weekend, but I came to the press conference. But they came in and put Ring doorbell cameras. They
shout out to Adolphus Pruitt.
Yeah, they cleared out the brush so that they can get to a park that was already overgrown, and it was really cool. Actually, I'm gonna go and say that it was St. Louis County NAACP.
Do that.
Oh,
you know how they do though.
That's Bowman.
That's Bowman. Say who did it. If he didn't do it, he ain't do it.
That's your sister, brother. I love.
Yeah.
I love.
But if he ain't do it, he ain't do it. Because I ain't stunned.
I love Adolphus. He's my guy.
I love him too. They raised me.
He is such a good dude.
Yeah. But the kids need to understand that if they took your approach, right? If they got involved where their parents live at, they could be the aldermen and the representatives of their community instead of letting someone else represent them that does not know anything about where they come from.
And we're very intentional, myself and the councilwoman I work for, because I left politics, and I've worked for St. Louis County for 12 years.
Oh, okay.
In other capacities, I did the MWB program. You
know,
that's what the contract compliance was.
Go ahead.
The councilwoman, she was running for office, and I know her husband, and he was like, "Can you help her, be a candidate?" Because she has a corporate mentality. She comes from Boeing, and she really didn't know how to maneuver, politically.
Yes.
And so I helped her through that, and then he was saying, me and him go way back 15 years, and so he was like, well, can you come work for her? And it was a big leap from being a civil service employee, meaning I had protection, to going to work in this office, which means I had to give up all of that protection. So if she quits tomorrow, I ain't got no job.
Talk about that, because here's what people don't understand. When you decide to go into politics, there is no cover for you. That's the reason why people don't do it. It's because they scrutinize you. But the younger you are, the less scrutinizing that you have, because you don't have a past. So if these young people decided to come in and take over their communities and actually really do something and use social media for what it was designed for, where they could send out a tweet and 100,000 people come to one voting poll to vote for them, they would actually run their community and not have to listen to the rhetoric.
Absolutely right. So there's a young man, I'm calling him no boy because it's my baby. Kevin Wyndham, he's a state rep currently, and so he's my daughter's age, my oldest daughter's age, and one day he came to me when he was in his 20s and was like, hey, I told him, if you ever want to run for office, I got you, and so he came to me, and I said, okay. He was running against people with names, these people who are entrenched in politics, but he came with, I did the research. Nobody's won. I need these many numbers to win here. I need these votes. He came in with that young mentality and understanding, and I was so thoroughly impressed with him that I'm like, whatever you need, whatever you want. And he has done so well, in the State House. I think he's coming up on his last term, trying to figure out the next, the next thing. And I want him to be the senator, but, I'm not sure how that's going to work. What he want to do.
Yeah.
But I encourage young people all the time because you can, this social media, boy, you
can do some things. You
shouldn't be broke.
Yeah. You should control where you live.
And you control your narrative.
Control your narrative.
But I also, the one thing that he was saying to that point is about past. He was saying something about his mother or something with his father or his mother or something like that. And I am a advocate of your past is your testimony. I don't care if you sell dope. I don't care if you had bad credit. I don't care if you filed bankruptcy because it's a testimony. Now, I'm going to work with the people who, okay, I done filed bankruptcy before. I know what it's like. Let me go on and help you and do some literacy classes and let me do this. Well, I had a run-in with the law a couple of times. And look at
we all have it. It's St. Louis. We were projecting.
My brother bailed me out of jail about 4 times.
It's St. Louis. We were predators.
It is.
Okay, so what?
You know how you don't pay your tickets?
Yeah.
And you don't know no better. I went on tour. They picked me up in Florissant and took me to Berkeley and Hazelwood.
She needed one of them truancy weekends. Remember they were talking about?
I only went on tour for the day because I called my brother. My mama would never let us. My parents will not bail us out of jail. My parents, I got a brother. My brother Kenneth.
I'm coming to get my sister.
Brother Kenneth.
Shout out to Kenneth.
He beat me to the first location.
I beat you there.
And went on tour, but then when them fines came and it was like $2,318 I was like, I ain't doing this shit.
Say that number again. You remember that number, don't you?
Hey, my mama used to tell me. She said, "You tired of giving the state all your money?"
It already is.
That was her thing.
Yeah,
she said, "You tired?"
Because
I was paying $2,000 bonds and then not showing up to court.
I ain't do all that. I ain't have to get that. But I just need that one.
I'm just saying, I done done that.
Yeah.
I ain't never had nobody put the house up and lost the house, but
you lost that money.
I lost some money. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like I was on the run. It was just. At that time, I had to pay $2,000.
You had it, so you was just.
I'm thinking about how I gotta get that $2,000 back.
Not knowing
and
that all you gotta do is show up to court.
And forgot the court date.
But not knowing that all you gotta do is show up to
court.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do is show up.
They're gonna take the fine out and give you back the rest.
That's all they're gonna do. Because if you don't show,
or even if you show up and
they gonna put whatever verdict on it.
You can show up and give them $20.
It's still.
But we are so afraid of the process and the system because we don't know.
Yeah.
And when you don't,
and it's shameful. When you walk into some of these municipalities, man, and you see all the people that they have in there, and you standing in there, and they hoard you in like animals, and they talking to you crazy, and
then they tell you going to jail.
You going to? You know you going to jail.
That was back then. They don't do that now.
You know you going to jail.
Which is why we running amok.
No, you know you going to jail when they tell you, hey, why don't you go sit
over
there?
You go over there. Yeah, you go over there.
Yeah, go sit over there.
You be like, damn, what am I?
How many sit over there? People called me from my court.
So you sit down and ask them.
They told me to go sit over there. Can you come
Man, please.
That's where you know you're going.
That's some St. Louis shit, though.
You're right. Hey. And St. Louis, these municipalities are. It is
notorious.
Not something that is in the rest of the country.
There is no other state in the country that has 155 municipalities.
It was designed with redlining.
Redlining.
People wanted to control who moved into their neighborhoods.
There you go.
And now that black people that took over most of these municipalities, they took all the resources out of them, and then people come in not knowing the process. And even a newly elected, you want to come in, I call it freestyling. You want to come in and just decide what the fuck you gonna do today. No, that's not how this works. There are rules to this shit. And there are 2 sets of rules, one for white folks and one for black folks. So whereas this white man gonna get away with it, you going to jail for that shit. You know?
Can you tell us about how many other HOAs that are like Glasgow Village? Because I had no idea. Castle Point. Okay. These people need to get together and if we are stronger,
they need to
together
advocate.
So in unincorporated St. Louis County,
there you go.
So I do the 4th Council District is Hazelwood, Florissant, Blackjack, Castle Point, Glasgow, and Spanish Lake. These HOAs had already existed, and it's a form of redlining still.
Because they own the property. Somebody paying them money.
And you're controlling it, but when black folks moved in, they didn't tell them about HOAs. That you got HOA fees. You got to pay every year. And no, you can't park your car on the damn grass because the HOA said you can't. This HOA can put a lien on your property because you didn't cut your grass. You know, but as these communities turned over and these white folks left, then nobody picked that up. So fees aren't being paid. There is no leadership. Right. Glasgow Village, for instance, like I live in an HOA. I think the fees are probably upwards of $200 a year. A year. Glasgow Village is $14 a year.
Wow.
And so that's a problem because you can't get your common areas cut. You can't. And Glasgow owns a lot of land.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's what we're working through now. They have to get an attorney and get their what's called indentures, which is their rules. Get their rules changed because they're from 1952. Yeah. And so those rules are different.
From somebody who bought some land.
That you gotta jump over shit.
Well, because they bought these
lands.
But
if you don't know, you can call me. I can tell you.
There you go.
So, but if you don't know,
and
we have to be more mindful in helping people because for some reason everybody want to like hoard knowledge. I don't understand.
They don't know. Nobody knows that these people created those.
They want to hoard knowledge.
Yeah,
like,
but
you don't know what you don't. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
But then the people who do know for some reason don't want to tell you.
Right.
Dude, I'm gonna give you the recipe to my oxtails. I don't give a shit because you ain't gonna cook it. And if you do,
queso what? Because I just had that oxtail quesadilla and it was fire. It's
not gonna taste like you.
Even if it does, what does that hurt me? What does that hurt me?
You still gonna get your queso what?
I'm still gonna do what I do. I heard y'all saying in there.
We were just talking about
everybody
that.
eating.
Yes.
Because it's McDonald's on every corner, it's Burger King on every
corner. Yeah, they work together.
Everybody eating. There's no piece of knowledge I have that I don't want to share with somebody.
Right.
I don't even give a shit about recipes. People are like, don't give your recipes out.
And you know what that come from having a beautiful spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You know.
You're right. You a free quesadilla.
But I think one of the most difficult things in our communities. I mean, just across the board. Is us getting together and cooperate, even on the small scale. Just us cooperating is almost just it's always a clamor first.
Chaotic. It's chaotic. It's no different than the Senate. It's chaotic.
No, it is. I don't have an explanation for it. The only thing I learned this in therapy. People go to therapy. I'm a little crazy.
We all need to.
I learned this therapy. The only thing you can control is yourself. And what I do when because I get that a lot, is I just say, okay, how do you want to move? If this is what you want to do. One thing I know about us, we bandwagon people. And what we do, and kind of what we had Tammy doing, I was like, we gonna press. And then you have to press with this tunnel vision. And so we press, and people can talk shit, and people can distract, and people can do all that other stuff, but here's the goal, and we're pressing. And all of a sudden, people will start to say, oh, that's what we doing, and do that. And so that's the only thing that you can do. I can control me. I can control how I'm going to rock. I'm going to always be open. I'm going to always be, sweet. Even though you're talking to me reckless, I'm going to say, don't you keep fucking cussing at me. I'm going to check you for it, but we're not going to be combative about it.
But that's what these young kids are. They're combative.
They are. It's unfortunate.
You think that's going to change something faster?
Because the access is getting quicker.
Because they get it, the information.
Microwave society.
Tell we used to get into it with somebody to have a gun. Like, look, say I'm leaving from. I go over to this girl house at 3:00 in the afternoon. I sit over there. Our people there, society. We hang out, watch a movie and everything. But when I get ready to leave, it's getting 7:00. It's a little dark outside. By the time I come out, the neighborhood guys down there, a couple of ex-boyfriends or whatever, just neighborhood guy. I'm a stranger.
Yeah.
So we would get jumped.
Yeah.
For us to have a pistol, we would have to go
all the way home. Come back.
Call your partner with the pistol.
Yeah, you're right.
You ain't got one.
Because you ain't got shit.
You ain't got no door on your
I'm just saying. Look. Then you got to wait on him to bring the pistol.
Yeah.
By that time,
I get Mars.
Y'all sit on the porch and go, man, it probably ain't even
working
over there.
You done thought about the whole scenario.
That's the truth.
The access and the access is there.
They wear guns like accessories. Apparently, they got guns to match their outfits. Yeah. One of the things that Councilwoman Webb is put forth, actually is probably going to come up for a vote Tuesday, is an open carry law. So the state of Missouri, and I don't know if y'all know
we
this,
freelance.
You can be 14 and openly carry a gun.
Right.
And that's why you see West, these kids doing that. No, you can be young as 14.
Because of the hunting laws in Missouri.
Yes, and openly carry a gun.
A large round
so
gun.
Mentally,
you can carry anything you want. You can openly carry anything you want. And a 14-year-old ain't got the sense God gave him for nothing. So what she's doing is she
make a hot dog.
Yeah, she
don't even know how to cook.
She put forth legislation to say, and this is the only way to get around the state is to say, in order to carry in St. Louis County unincorporated, you have to have an open carry. You have to have a concealed carry license. You have to be 19 to have that.
At least.
That's the one that will keep the 14-year-old. We can't do shit else. We can't say you can't have a gun. You have to have an open carry license. So that then what'll happen is, if a police officer sees a gun, not stop and frisk, if they see it open like they've been walking around like that, they can say, hey, you got a license for that? Yep. Oh, you don't? Let me get that gun. And then they can test it for any crime, or your mama can come get it if it's hers. But a lot of times that's not a legit gun.
Exactly.
So the purpose is to get the guns off the street from these young people who don't have the wherewithal to think, because they so impulsive.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And so at least that'll, between 14 and 19,
solve
ain't no 19-year-olds thinking good either, but
you know,
for 14 and 19 to stop a lot of that.
Think about when you was 19. Do you think you was mentally
sneaking in the club?
But do you think you was mentally
we fought so
ready?
much between 14 and 20 years old.
I'm
saying if we had guns, we'd all be dead.
On a pistol, though, mentally ready.
We wasn't ready for
no. I don't think so.
I was 35 when I got my first gun.
Antonio, you was packing that thing for protection. It wasn't just to.
What you talking about? You need a gun at 13
We from the Wild Wild West.
Yeah. But he wasn't shooting no mind.
I know where King's Highway. I don't act like I don't know where King's Highway.
I'm just saying we
packing
from the Wild
them
West.
things.
We went to elementary school.
I'm just saying we from the Wild West.
When y'all went to Sticks?
No.
We went to Couples.
Yeah, she was across the street.
Y'all went to Couples?
Yeah, she was across the street.
Yeah.
Oh,
I lived on Hammond.
shit.
She lived on Hammond. She lived on Hammond.
Okay.
Chris and Tony, down the street from Chris and Tony there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Big Tony?
No, not Big Tony.
Okay.
So here, what we was talking about earlier, one bounce back.
Yeah, go back to
When
your
I used to
thing.
see you at the on Shreve and Lee, what was that? Was that a campaign office? What was that?
No, so Luther Boykins was a political consultant.
Her daughter, Luther.
His daughter was a state representative. His ex-wife was a license collector, I believe, in the city. And so my mother-in-law is when I first started dating my husband, owned a beauty shop, Caddy Corner, next to Riddick's.
Yeah, Riddick's. Yeah.
So she owned Genesis Hair Salon.
Yeah, we know Genesis.
And so Edie used to cut Luther's hair, and so he would come in and we would talk. And again, politics is not my thing. I'm just very community minded. And so as we would discuss things and just talk openly, he was like, you ought to get in politics. I'm like, whatever. But then when I moved in that neighborhood and people pissed me off, I went to Luther like, hey, Luther.
I'm ready.
What you want me to do? And he gave me the most amazing advice. And he said, always present yourself how you want to be perceived. He said, the first time you steal, you'll always be a thief, no matter what you do. The first time you lie, you will always be a liar. Present yourself how? So I presented myself as a motherfucker who ain't taking no shit off nobody. I'm a nice person. I am a very nice person.
Wait a minute.
But don't come to me with that bullshit.
I wasn't expecting that.
Shante Harman Young in the building.
I wasn't expecting that.
Very nice person. You see how I'm not a nice person, but you don't come to me with that bullshit. Like I don't have tolerance for bullshit, and I tell the truth. Even if the truth hurts, even if the truth ain't cool or whatever, I'm just gonna tell you how it is. No, I can't do nothing for you, but I'll try. But I can't. I'm not gonna lie. And my first and only campaign promise I'd ever had is I'm gonna do the best I can. That's all I got.
That's all you can do.
That's all I got. So,
well, here, y'all, look, we're going to speed it up a little bit because now we got to do a part two because we ate half her time up, literally.
Damn. Yeah, literally.
Queso what?
Queso what?
That's what we're going to talk about.
43 seconds about queso what. Go
Queso
ahead.
what
Let's talk about that.
is going on right now.
Yeah.
What was the spark for queso what? We're going
So when I took this job and lost my sibling, and this is the reason I took this job, because I was very happy in the county, making very good money, doing very good things. And when I took this job, I'm like, okay, if she quits tomorrow, I don't have a job. If she decides not to run again, I don't have a job. So I said, this is my 4-year exit plan. And what is my 4-year exit plan? I didn't know what it was. I've always wanted to own a restaurant. COVID showed us that ain't the shit you want to do.
Right.
So I said, well, let me get a food truck. But then I cook so many different things. I have a catering business on the side, so I've always been side hustling. And my daughter was like, well, whatever you do, make quesadillas. And I'm like, shit, quesadillas this is regular shit,
Man,
you know.
fire.
And I went to sleep and I woke up and I said, I'm going to make oxtail quesadillas.
Oh,
and then that kind of developed into, and I sat down with my kids and they was like, oh, mama, you know, them queso burgers at Applebee's be good. Oh, you know, them Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Yeah.
And so then that's how we did. And I got a group of people together. I did a tasting. We kind of worked through some of the kinks of it.
That's what corporations do. So
and
you
queso
did what a
was born.
corporation would do. You had a tasting.
That's that degree I just got.
That's that
at 40
degree.
years.
That's all right.
Check it out.
That's all right.
Queso, what's your phone number?
314-341-7734.
Listen to that
www.quesowhat.
So they can.
QUESOWHAAT.com.
What?
I was just gonna say it again because.
No. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
They want to come to you. I guess you come to them.
So right now, I do pop-up events.
Okay.
I deliver on those pop-up dates. You can go to www.quesowhat.com, QUESOWHAAT.com. Sign up for emails, and you will get you get buy one get ones and all kind of special
coupons.
I got a
Social
whole
media has helped us.
Website. I am at quesowhat.com. I'm at quesowhat on Facebook. Queso_what on Instagram.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Hold on, wait. Let me butt in.
Different.
Now I'm telling y'all right now, man. These quesos are the bomb.
Y'all see his jaws.
I have a food truck. It is being constructed as we speak.
So
We
you'll
bought
be
a
mobile?
truck, and
I
then
saw that too.
it's
I
being
saw
gutted.
that.
So
when will you be
it's
done?
being
Ready to move around?
My target date is January 27th,
Okay.
but St.
So
Louis
what's that,
County
spring?
don't like me like that. Even though I'm work for them, they still
They ain't give you the love.
Politics.
We'll see what happens.
Politics.
So,
No,
my
it's
target
gonna be
date
good.
is January.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. We pray. We
Man.
pray.
Rock
pray
that
that
shit.
into existence for
Your
you,
list
man.
of gods here.
This
So
the best.
January.
That Philly need to be on some bread too, man.
that Philly can be on
Man,
bread.
that Philly, man, that motherfucker.
With that sauce she got on there?
Spread it all out.
Cause she brought us all these sauces, yo. Y'all gotta check out all these sauces that she
Hey,
got.
listen, everybody, she came through.
Yes.
Big sapler
Yes.
platter for everybody.
Thank you.
It was a great conversation. She got to
Great.
come back for a part 2. I love the part 2s because that means that we had so much fun and we still got so many other things we got to touch on.
He said,
It's a
1, 2, 3,
4 part.
4. It's
Oh, it's a
4
4 part.
part.
Okay, we got a 4
No,
part.
I'm just doing
Can
what
I-
the shirt doing.
Can I be the 5th guest? Oh,
Yeah.
that's what the shirt. Can I be the 5th host? I can
Hey,
come
come
in.
on
No.
with it. Come on with it. Hey,
with
listen.
it.
I always
You have
wanted to do a
seat.
podcast.
If you want a seat on here, we shoot every Sunday. We would love to that would probably be a great dynamic for us to have a female voice on.
Sure
here.
would.
Your voice, your energy.
Can you be
it's
here?
all-
On Sunday.
I got to bring food every week.
No, you don't have
I
to.
could bring some
We gonna
different
have
food
it.
every
You
week.
can.
I cook a whole
See,
lot
I
of
got
stuff.
hey, listen, let me say
Just
that
take
too.
my macaroni.
5 to
we talked-
7.
When we talked, I said, we'll buy the food. She said,
No.
nope.
No.
No, I'm just saying, but I just want to let her know that.
Well, once the food,
Let the people
hey, Dave,
know.
once the food truck up, they gonna come buy food from 5 to 7. We gonna
you
post
park
up.
outside.
Everybody gonna come to the Hustle Podcast to buy food. Queso,
Hey.
what?
Nah, y'all ain't hitting it.
My God, he gonna be on my
That's
next
your
commercial.
advertising right
I
there.
ain't lying.
And then Jada Historian, we're going to leave this last one to you from Miss Shante Harman Young in the building.
We appreciate you coming out and joining us. We definitely appreciate your energy,
Thank you,
all the information that you shared with us. If you could give like one piece of advice for any young person that's out there watching that maybe wants to be an entrepreneur or maybe wants to go into politics and they're interested in their local politics, what's a piece of advice that you can give them for each one of those two things that they may want to do?
99% of success is showing up. And that's what you got
Tell
to do.
'em.
Okay.
You just show up.
Tell 'em.
You can show up and you can ask questions, be inquisitive when you're there, when you're present, and when you show up to anything that interests you, any event, any just whatever interests you, just show up. Somebody is going to say, hey, or pull you aside. It might not be everybody, or it might not be the head person, but somebody's going to pull you aside because I really make it my business especially when I see young people, to be like, yeah, you should do this. You can do this. And I'm head cheerleader of all things good and righteous.
Talent
come on.
recognized.
I'm like, come on. You can do it. And even if you don't know what you're doing, I ain't saying fake it till you make it. I'm saying show up. And when you show up, then you'll get the knowledge. You'll get the experience. This is not something I wanted to do, but then I was excited about different candidates. And I showed up to give out literature for a candidate I was helping. And that person's manager showed me how to manage campaigns. I learned everything I needed to know from that one dude in one summer, and it catapulted me into this consultant space that I've made money on too, by the way. It's a whole nother income stream. But you make money on it, but also you learn so much. I didn't say John Bowman. But you learn so much, just showing up. And somebody is going to notice that you're there and then take you in. Yeah. Charlie Dooley, it's a funny thing. I used to show up. And so I would show up and I would drop lit for candidates I wanted that I really believed in. And he would always be there, and he would be like, "Hey, campaign lady." That's what I was to him before I was Shante. I was campaign lady.
Campaign lady.
Yeah,
but that's stuck in his brain.
It did.
He's that type of guy.
It did, and then I ultimately was helping him. Doing things, and it created a relationship with us.
So you worked on Dooley's thing.
So and it catapulted myself into it. So if you show up in whatever space, I mean, it's not politics, in any space, show up in that space. If you want to have a podcast, ask some people who have podcasts about how to hell a podcast, because I really want one, but I ain't got that kind of time. But ask people how to do it, and if you show up, then people will notice you that you're there, and they might not know your name, but they'll see your face and they'll see your grind or your thirst for knowledge, and then people will start talking to you, and then
they'll start
you go
pouring
in
water on your head.
They pour water on your head.
That's the knowledge, baby.
The knowledge is what it is.
Well, look, y'all, real quick. It was funny. I think I got a ticket in Berkeley or something like that, and I was coming.
Everybody
to court.
got a ticket.
Look, I was coming to court, right? And I don't know. They whole court is like glass.
Berkeley full.
So you can walk right up to the front, and you can see all the way to the judge from outside. So the judge can see you walking.
No, that was in Moline.
Was that Moline?
Moline, yep.
That's where I was. Yeah, I saw him.
So I'm coming in the door. She at the front. Look, we cool. Look, we doing our whole little light skin hood language without moving fingers. Hey, look this. We straight.
Only black people do that. Only black people do that. Yeah, and then y'all eye contact like.
Hey,
fucked up. Like
the eyes was saying.
No, but he was saying, "Hey, put me up there." But you said, "Get me in the front."
No, look, she was so cold with it.
Can you get me off?
No, look, she gave me the look like going back outside.
Oh, okay.
So I went back outside. I'm chilling behind the little pillar because you gotta remember the whole thing glass. And then when she coming out, I was like, "Oh," she was like, "Be quiet." Look, I got all excited. She said, "What you remember?"
Because you finna get some help. You
remember that? She was like, "Boy, if you don't shut up," I was like, "Ooh." Hey, no. She was like, "Give me that ticket. Get out of here."
See what had happened was.
Yeah.
That was his version.
Yeah. Technically, I took the ticket and we went up to the front.
No. So, as an elected, the courts are something totally different. But because I showed up. And because I was trying to get an understanding of how everything worked. So I was actually in that courtroom looking and watching because these municipalities they do money grabs, and we had a real problem with that in Moline Acres because when I got there, 47% of our money came from tickets, and I had a problem with that. We're not gonna make our money off the backs of black
poor
folks.
people.
And so. I sat through the court process, and I'm sitting there as a court clerk, I'm watching, I'm dealing with it. So I see him. I'm like,
you see my boy, you're like,
They out there wearing people ass out.
Hey, Jay, look,
yeah, you like, what?
And he was. I'm like, can we just give me the ticket?
Hey, it's a big old courtroom. I'm like, yo, Shante.
No, he didn't.
Yo, Shante. Oh, so you gonna turn your head?
Yeah, turn your head.
That is not what
We ain't cool no more?
Hey, look, the judge said, "Hey, man, go ahead."
Get this motherfucker up out of here.
You got what happened.
So the prosecuting attorney is also our municipal judge. So I knew, and he's my personal attorney. He was my personal. I'm like,
Yeah, we're gonna take this ticket. We're gonna pay for this ticket later on,
and I don't put my name on everybody, just so you know. I don't just hook my friends up like that. I don't put my name on everybody.
We don't hook nobody up. This is legally. Ain't no hookup.
Right.
We don't do none of
that.
that.
Look, can you just plead that down for me? So yeah, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
All right, y'all.
You ain't come up in there like that.
Yes, I did. I can't.
Worry about
Yeah, you did.
I was banging all on the glass. Bam. Yo!
He locked his ass out because he was late. You know, they lock you out when you're late.
Boy, you act like you had on yellows, like you had on orange. Hey!
And then nobody say, go sit over there.
Yeah. Long as they don't say that. Long as they don't say go sit over there, you good.
Hey, that happened in the city, though. They gave me that go sit over there. And
that's pretty rough.
Pee, and then you let out the back door.
Oh, yeah. I was like, hey, man, I had my son with me. Now I had my little son. I was like, man, my little son got to pee. I ain't going nowhere. He was like, all right, man, I was on the elevator. All you heard was ding.
Oh, I thought, really?
Yeah, I did.
I made that up.
In the city.
Because ain't no way I'm not finna leave my son with me. Yeah, I'm not finna do this. I'll take that payment later. I'll take that payment later.
Not over no traffic.
Now, as a father, D,
anyway, damn it.
As a father, I agree with you, bro.
I thought I was gonna get that extension.
Yeah.
I thought it
wasn't looking like that at
And
front.
like I tell you, when the police pull you over and they do that double tap on your hood, just sit tight for me. You going to jail. That double tap mean you going to jail,
I ain't even noticed that.
I done been to jail a couple times.
What they do
that?
Oh, yeah, look, if they say, let me see your driver's license and your stuff, and then you hand them your stuff, and then they tap on top of your car 2 times, say, hey,
sit tight.
Hang tight for me or sit tight. Guaranteed, if you look in the review, that other car pulling up.
And when you see the other car pulling
you
up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Well, St. Louis is a mom.
They need a secondary person watching.
Oh, okay, I guess. People
ain't
showing up.
Yeah. Ain't nobody showing
up. I want to.
Keep it going. So, okay, so what? Anything else you got jamming going on? I mean, any of your cohorts, anybody you want to shout out that's got a business going on? Anybody you want to tell them to look out for? I mean,
everybody's got a business going on.
Come on, you know.
I don't know. I'm trying to multitask here.
Okay, I'm not bad. I wasn't expecting this part to happen. I wasn't expecting this part to happen here. But like I said, from politics to CEO.
Is that what I am?
That's what
CEO?
you are.
Damn right.
You are a CEO.
What?
You better recognize.
And if you were in the VIP section at Grove Fest, you would have had quesadillas and other foods that I catered.
Hey, we was in the VIP here.
Y'all had the ultimate.
Yeah, we had the ultimate. Y'all, she laid it out. Look, I'm gonna break it down.
Can you come back every Sunday at 5?
I mean, I could.
Hey, look, we got the queso chick, we got the queso buffalo, we had the queso burger, we had the queso Philly, we had the queso Caribbean, we had the queso C, we had the queso jerk, we had the queso Cajun, had the queso St. Paul.
Didn't have the queso pizza.
We had the queso pizza. That's all right.
Food.
That's all right. But hey, listen, you see all that stuff we named out, and everything was good, and we're not just saying that because she was here. These guys ate.
Man, it was the bomb.
These guys ate.
If y'all go back and rewind this, I was still eating on this motherfucker.
When we started the podcast out, she said,
I'm thinking about doing restaurant reviews.
Oh yeah, you know,
look, here's the problem.
You might get your head busted doing that.
They like that gossip.
But here's the problem with restaurant reviews or doing things. Everybody's a different palate. And everybody taste buds different. Right. Some people like spicy food. Some people don't. Yeah. And I'm not a judgmental person. Again, I meet people where they're at. But I do, like, the last time I was at a restaurant, I'm like, who the fuck train these people in customer service?
Oh, man.
And, like, you know, there's
nobody trained them.
When you walk in and when you walk into my space and when you walk up to my truck, when you come to where I am, you're gonna get the same energy y'all got now. You're gonna get this energy. If you got 9 million questions, I'm gonna answer all 9 million of them motherfuckers. Well, I'm not Tammy yet. Because I'm cooking, you know? Right. But somebody's gonna answer your questions. You're gonna really enjoy that experience from the beginning to the end. And while you recognize some places just open, they got some kinks, so you don't judge them by their kinks. But then you recognize maybe somebody had a bad day. I can go back and try it if the food is good enough. But these restaurants now are just rough.
But I'll tell you one spot that got great customer service: Tony Tacos.
I've never
over in Illinois on IL-15.
Hey, bro, you getting a check?
But that's why I want to do food reviews. Like, I want to go places.
Who is that?
Check.
I don't know them people.
Tony Taco.
He in the check. He ain't telling us about Jay.
And I want to do
We
food
need to talk to
reviews.
him after the podcast.
Yeah, we need to talk to this man.
From a good space, from a good heart. Like,
He got some money in his pocket.
and that's someone who has a food business. Just constructive criticism. I know food nasty.
Man, the food
that ain't good.
excellent.
That ain't good. You know, like that one dude. The one dude.
The guy
who
that came through St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was with a poor heart. Like, Keith Lee is a really, I don't know if y'all know him. He's a good restaurant reviewer, and he was like prayerfully, and he, God bless you, have a great day. You know, this ain't my taste. I'm a texture person, so I don't like the texture. I don't like spicy. You know, so he'll say, this is my palate. But if you like that thing, then you'll love this thing. It'll be 8 for you. It's a 5 for me, you know. And I would like to do something like that. And not just to be critical, but more so just to big up the people who are really trying, like small businesses and that kind of thing. And to really kind of get it out there, like, this is my spot, because I eat all kind of food. You know, I love Vietnamese food.
Black people are the only people we patronize anybody food because we just like to eat.
Hell yeah.
That's just one of our culture. That's just one of our things.
I don't necessarily care for like greens and macaroni and cheese. It's cool. It's
okay.
You grow up on it. But I like Vietnamese food. I like African food. I like Thai food. I like my palate is very expansive, and so I want to go to these little spots that have those like intricate, cool like little things and mom and pop shops to big them up. You know, I would never be disrespectful about it.
Well, that's what drives our community. Those small businesses drive our community. They drive our community.
They absolutely do. Not the Chick-fil-A's.
Hell.
Oh no, they don't.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A.
They sell false hope for us franchising. Like a lot of businesses do. They sell a lot of people up the river. I've seen people buy licensing and not really know what they're buying, not really understanding that they literally just bought the sign on the front. That's it. They literally just bought the sign for $30,000.
So here's what's interesting. I'm gonna franchise Queso. I have a plan. I have a franchise plan.
Oh, y'all heard that? You heard it here first.
Hey, I'll be the first.
Hey,
I'm in the middle of trademarking now, and I have a franchise plan, and not for the name. Like now with these new ghost kitchens that they have, I can ship the product to them.
And the kitchens can cook it.
And they can cook it
themselves.
And making a quesadilla ain't shit.
Yeah,
it's the ingredients that you put the love in, the jambalayas and the oxtails and all that. And it takes days. And the Philly, baby. It takes days.
Look, he tired, y'all.
I marinate for
sleepy and shit.
I marinate for at least 2 days so that the flavor can get in the food. And so all of the products or what I would send, and then they can just throw some shit and some cheese.
Wholesale distribution is what it's called, and a lot of people.
But you have to have that good spinach, that good spirit, and that good energy. You have to be a part of the brand that I'm trying to put out.
That name is so catchy.
Right, Queso. What?
It's a dream.
But you know what? I just tripped off of it. So what?
That wasn't my thought, but I'm thinking
but that's it.
quesadillas are quesadillas, and you eat it, and you're like, "This a queso what? This a queso what?
Like what's in here?
Right,
that's queso what?
That was dope.
I'm telling you,
name.
That motherfucker make you say
what? Queso what?
Oxtail quesadillas.
You in my next
That's
commercial. I
swear
swear for God, you in my next.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Hey yo. Like I said, this could go on. Hey, they ain't started shut us down yet, so we gonna go.
Oh yeah, I definitely take care of that.
Oh yeah,
word, baby.
We got let's say we got Shante Harman Young in the building.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to husband.
Shout out to husband out there.
It's about to turn 50. We're taking all our kids on a cruise next month. Yeah.
Okay.
Which cruise?
7 of them up.
Which cruise? Which cruise line?
We going to Hood Carnival. What you mean? We can't afford Norwegian. It's 7 of them.
Y'all ain't going Virgin, Y'all ain't going Virgin?
Virgin is just me and him. Yeah. Virgin, you know how much Virgin costs?
Hey, one question.
Yes.
In the commercial, do I have to wear the triangle?
You wearing that stripy suit?
Make him wear that suit.
You can wear whatever you want.
He wearing this stripy shit now.
It's our vision. We gonna sit down and we gonna do whatever.
Man, you gonna dress up like that little man on her shirt.
That's what I want to see him in.
I want to see him in one of them.
I need y'all to look at the commercials that my sons have done. Shout out to them.
You the big cheese.
We gotta take a look.
You the big cheese.
I'm the big please.
See, and I'm trying to get my people together, so I need to. I'm spreading the love. So you in the commercial, you filming the commercial.
Hey, look at that. See,
look at God.
Look at God. This is
how,
God. And y'all don't understand, everybody. This is the purpose for my podcast.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't understand. I come in here every week to put people with people. I come in here every week to let people tell their stories from their own words. Yep. We use this round table because his take on everybody's rectangle. Well, I call it a round table because it's just what I see.
The square
circle.
Square circle.
Now she down to 3 parts. We can't every time she trips. We taking the part away.
Dang, you ain't
no, well, you know, it's just showing everybody. Look, we can all be bosses, but yeah, we can all get along. We can all come across common ground to see where we all can prosper and still be on the same street. Yeah. It's not the same lane. We can all still be on the stage. So when I pull up to the stop sign, when I pull up to the stop sign, I can throw an idea at you because you right there with me. Yeah. I ain't got to stop and wait on y'all to pull up. You know what I mean? We all there at the same time.
And I know a guy who knows a guy.
Everybody does.
That's what they say about me.
And that's what's going to make this domino effect just keep going and keep going and keep going because now that people see you here and they're going to see your energy around us, you know, it's a whole different thing. So I don't call my stuff interviews. You know, I call them conversations. That's why at first she was like, I feel so important.
It's like throwing a fishing rod. I mean, the bait on her is going to catch something.
I fish too, by the way.
Oh, God. I love God. She's, you know what I'm saying, multifaceted.
Multifaceted.
Man.
I will fish, fillet that bitch, and fry it before you
If I was your girlfriend.
Hey, young black women, she is black. She is black. Don't get it twisted.
Right. She might be a little light-skinned.
She is black.
Pretty bitch who fish, though.
Hey, you gotta put that on the shirt.
Pretty bitches who fish club.
You could sign them motherfuckers working your ass.
Pretty bitch that fish.
This is probably a side too many I don't get to see.
That's why you need something.
Everybody sees it, believe it or not. And I'm still alive. It's still relevant.
And you still going up. And you still going up.
That's what we gonna do.
Up the ladder.
Still going up. And that's based on who you were. You know what I'm
We
saying?
say up the elevator to use the telephone.
Thank you for the extra time. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for having me.
We good. I told y'all I wanted to get you on there. Hey, man, don't eat the last of the seafood, man.
Eat all of it, baby.
I'm popping at you, Judge.
So that means it's good?
Yes.
Hey.
www.quesonwhat.com.
2 thumbs up.
Follow me on Facebook, Instagram.
You see, he was like, shit, let me go over there.
Hey, he said, fuck the time they got, goddamn it.
Y'all go on and talk so I can eat. Yeah, it's because of you, girl.
He slid right past that queso.
Hey, it's because of you.
He come out there and fuck them.
Fuck
Let me get a queso.
Y'all need a sponsor? Come on. Y'all need a
Let me
sponsor?
get a queso.
Hey,
damn right.
we gonna talk
Queso,
about
what?
Now, everybody, it's just an idea right now, but I'm trying to put together a foundation. It's going to be called the Best Foundation. I talked to a couple people about it, and the acronym is BEST, Black Entrepreneurs of St. Louis. So what I want to do is I want to get all my business owners together. We're going to do, I don't want no money from nobody. I'm going to look at that camera. I don't want no money. Your services is all I'm asking for, and it's not for me. If we do a food drive for some kids, bring the food out. If we do a clothing drive, if you got clothes, bring the clothes out. Right. If you cut hair, come give us some haircuts for the kids. You know, you understand, man, a haircut can change a whole person's way of feeling about themselves.
We did a whole back to school event with Craig Black.
Check this out. This is another thing.
I'm trying to put
what
together
could you do with a non-for-profit?
What's your question?
Because my son has a non-for-profit. It's called Action for Better, and he doesn't really know.
Tell him to call me. I have a nonprofit.
You showing the ropes. See, I told you, hand in hand.
Right.
Y'all.
314-341-7734. My number is public record. I choose to answer the phone. It's a choice. I've had this number since 1993.
Same number.
My number the same.
I ain't chosen my number for no motherfucker.
I do choose.
I choose to answer.
What that phone calls I am.
341 hell. That's what my baby daddy said.
Damn.
341. You remember we had pages?
Yes.
7734.
It had hell on the page.
He turned it upside down and say hell.
Y'all old school like mama.
Showing her age.
Rest his soul.
Well,
God bless his soul.
She got the gray, y'all. So y'all, the age is there.
314-341-7734.
Hold on, 314-341.
You still on 314?
And that's why I have to say it slow because a lot of people go 314.
Oh, the last four.
341. Yeah, they do that. Hell, yeah, 7734.
Damn, about time you done caught up.
Damn.
Did you ever have the people back in the day?
I done waste 30 minutes of the show trying to get a number.
Hey, he gonna wake up tomorrow and talk about,
341 hell. That's what I give him.
Shante quesadilla.
Queso what?
Queso.
Right, he got fired. He fired from the commercial.
No, he ain't. No, head cheerleader,
That's
all
what I
good
said.
things.
That's the second take, D. That's the
She
second
sticks
take.
to her word, yo.
I'm a
And
woman of my
Shante
word.
Queso. What?
There you go. There you go.
What?
But y'all, she
I don't
coming.
lie. I can't remember what I ate yesterday. Shit,
Question.
I ain't gonna remember the lie.
Another quick
Yeah.
What's
question.
that?
For as ordering queso what right now, they got how many?
Yeah.
Like,
So
what's the prep
again,
time? And
I have pop-up events, and I usually have them twice a month. In November and December, I'm traveling a lot, so I'm only gonna have one in November, one in December, and then January. That's when the food truck, happens. But if you do, I do catering events. I do special things. So if you give me enough notice, maybe about 3 days to a week notice, if you want to have something large. Like before I left town last week, People's Health Center wanted lunch delivered. So I can do that. I can do special events and that sort of thing. But the pop-up events are the ones where you can order online. You can text me your order. You can call. They call that trapping. I just found this out.
trapping?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
you
call it
trapping?
trapping.
You
When you
hustling.
like,
Trapping.
yeah, I didn't know that.
God.
I feel like such a dope dealer.
Yeah.
Right now.
Something that
slanging
crack out your
quesadillas
house. Something that
for
crack
a
out your house.
I'm
I feel
slanging
like I just-
quesadillas for a living.
I feel like I just swallowed all of it.
Yeah.
I got you coming back. You gonna you put my number in your
Man,
phone.
put it-
I'm feeding.
Look, another thing I want to open up for you too is car dealerships. We'll talk about that.
We
too.
will do that.
Because
She can go visit them.
every Saturday
They gotta
dealerships. The dealership pay for lunch so nobody will leave.
A lot of companies.
Ain't it
do that.
Fridays
You
too,
can
D?
get-
Don't
And
y'all
I've-
get
and I've done
I got a
that.
few people I can put you with.
Fridays too, ain't it?
And
Don't
I've
they order
done that.
food on Fridays?
Yep.
Fridays and Saturdays?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the way they do it. So that would be something that's consistent.
Yeah.
And that's what I have lined up for the food truck is I have larger corporations that I've delivered to them already, and so they want me to post up on certain times of the month. So it's not like I'm just gonna be sitting on a corner somewhere. I already have things lined up, and then food truck Fridays, and then
Tell people how long it took you to get that. You have to put in the work to get to those those corporations.
You do.
Serve them so that they say, "Oh, well, yeah, we want to order you every Friday." That's how you get that $1,000 check.
And look
before
at
no-
God. I leverage relationships.
There
And
you
so I've cooked for a long time. And so a lot of these folks, I've catered events for them. Like not queso
They
what,
already
but
know
just
something.
regular food,
Regular-
you know.
They already know
And I've
what's up
catered
with you.
events for them. So when queso
Yeah.
what came along, they was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you know, you need to be here, you need to be there.
They
So
trust your prep. They trust your cleanliness.
I'm
They
on
trust
time.
all that. You
I'm
got your
clean.
self-serve. All of
I
that.
ain't on CP time.
There you
I
go.
show
She's
up
got
early.
grade A stamped all over her
I
back.
do.
There you go.
I do.
But
I
they
do.
gotta have that.
And you come with a good attitude, and you're very thorough.
Right.
That's
Thorough
most
in it, and
important.
even if you somebody starting out,
Shit.
just always be upfront and honest. Okay, I'm just starting out. These are things I know. These things I don't know, and I show up. I show up on time when this is the time, and you tell me to be here at 11.
just
So I
said
would have my ass here at 5:45, like you told me to be.
But she just said something.
was it.
Hold on, you just said something that's
Yeah.
real important. In the food industry, you know, we as black people have this notion, fake it till you make it. In the food industry, you cannot fake it. There is no faking in the food industry because if you do that, you'll screw yourself.
You can't.
Yeah.
And then you can't start out up here and then give them bullshit product just because
Right.
you
You,
came
can't,
out
you
there.
can't say you got chicken, but you
And they
feed
have
them
no
fish.
You like Popeyes.
And you
ain't
out of
got no
chicken every time
wing.
they walk in.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's a real
Like
problem.
I went to a restaurant the other day. The name is Ray's. So you. Oh, I'm sorry. The name
Sorry,
is
Ray.
Days.
He done killed him now.
Yeah, you done killed them.
He killed him.
But Ray, do better. Do better, Ray.
Ray not gonna work. He's not gonna watch our show.
just did.
Ray not gonna watch our show or nothing, Tonio.
Do better, Ray.
bro.
I just saw the
Do
video.
better, Ray. We rooting
Baby,
for you,
saying
Ray.
this in love. Say
Right,
it in love.
yeah.
Say it in love.
Okay, so I'm saying it in love. The
There you
food is
go.
great.
Yes,
Okay.
So
absolutely.
you want some chicken, right? So they want the special sauce, which is Ray's special sauce. They out of Ray's special sauce.
How the
That's
fuck
the
you
problem.
out of Ray's
And
special
that's the
sauce?
name of the restaurant.
And that's the name of the. Now I got to agree with
can't.
you on that one.
Hold up,
can't.
slow down on them now. Slow down on
Okay.
them.
I'm
No,
sorry,
and Ray's
Ray.
totally delicious.
Is it Ray, Illinois?
Is it in Illinois?
Don't.
Yeah, it's in Illinois.
You live in Illinois?
No, I stay over here.
You just go
I know
But
there.
exactly
the,
where
the
you at.
food was good. The food is excellent, but
Yeah.
you got to have the
But
special
that's important.
sauce.
That's important. And even with
Consistency.
That's like you not having no
my
queso.
husband said that too. So we talk about this, and we talk about like when you start off and it's all great, and it's with every restaurant. Y'all see that, and then the quality goes down.
They start making all the money and goes down.
But I am extremely consistent in how I do things, and I'm open to criticism. And so when somebody say, "Oh, that queso burger, you didn't have that char that you had last time, or that thing," then I'm like, okay, maybe I tripped and I had to think, what did I do to make it different? And so I'm very intentional. That's why I marinate for a certain amount of days. I do things a specific way every single time. I do these things every single time, and we have to continuously do that. And you saw that with what's the one whose son went to jail?
Sweetie Pies.
Oh yeah.
You saw that.
The inconsistency of
with
the
them.
food.
It's very inconsistent and unfortunate, but you know, and I hate that for them, but you have to maintain consistency. You have to be on time. You have to always present
That's
the
what
same
happened in London
every single time.
The long time chicken. You out. Just chicken.
Yeah, I ain't frying.
Arkansas
You ain't capable
chicken
of fried
still
chicken.
Arkansas chicken. They got a liquor license now.
Right on
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King and what you call it?
Arkansas chicken got a liquor license.
They home of the three-legged chicken.
Yeah, in the daytime. What time they on?
Daytime, please. Please do.
No offense to
Across
nobody
the
who
NBC.
live on Martin Luther King.
Oh no, that's our hood. They know what it is.
That's our hood.
Really
They know what it is.
Yeah, they know what it is.
This that people can't drive no more down Natural Bridge, Martin Luther King, or
No
Kings
more.
Highway. I ain't trying to turn my car up. Ain't got nothing
You
to
will
do
tear
with
your
nothing
car
else.
up. You go down there tripping. Go down there tripping and you will tear your car up.
It's the traffic.
It's the streets. It's the traffic.
So Shante, how competitive is the food truck industry?
It's not.
Okay.
So like you said, everybody gotta eat. We all eat. We all have different palates. We all have different things that we like, things that we don't like. And so it's not really competitive in the way that a restaurant may be, or a McDonald's versus a Burger King. It's not, because it depends on where you are. It depends on what clientele you have. It depends on how you market it yourself. It depends on all of these different things. And if you don't eat quesadillas, you ain't coming to my truck, regardless. If you don't eat Thai food, you're not going to a Thai restaurant. So it's not competitive. The only issue that I'm running into now, because now I'm about to have a food truck, is you have to register and be in these certain, and they only allow so many and all that. But what I have found last year, before I even bought the truck, because I've been looking for a year, is that black-owned food trucks are a rarity. And there are people, that's a specific market. And so when we did Juneteenth, in the Juneteenth event, the councilwoman did, we were looking for black-owned, food trucks to be at these 5 events, and couldn't get but Mother's Fish, and 1 or 2 others.
Wow.
Because there aren't a lot of black-owned food trucks that actually are going to be somewhere and consistent, or that, that are available to do that. So there's a market for whatever your food is. Yeah, so it's not competitive in terms of food trucks. It's just depending on what your palate is, where you are, where you got the hookup at, how you're marketing yourself, and also how your service, quality, all of those different things. Like, had you came to my spot, that would have been a crunchier quesadilla, but I had to drive 45 minutes to get to y'all.
Right. I liked it just the way it was.
So
I liked it just the way it was.
Do you have to have like a what is it? Safe serve license?
Yes,
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And as a management, like as an owner, there's a different license, and then you have to license everybody under you.
You don't want to buy from nobody that ain't got a serve license.
You don't want to go nowhere where it don't smell like bleach.
Yep, that's it.
I done been places where it smell like mildew, and I'm like, oh, I don't think
I done been in places where it smell like the bathroom.
Yeah.
Ooh, shut up. Do you know I judge every restaurant I go to by the bathroom?
You do.
Oh man, that's
because if you don't clean your bathroom, that means you not cleaning your kitchen.
There it is.
That means you ain't washing.
There it is.
I don't play about that.
Even like the paint on the walls, I'm very, I come from a construction background.
How much left, man? Good enough for me.
But also, I'm
piece.
looking like, if your bathroom ain't clean and you're not paying attention to the cleanliness of certain things,
there you go.
Then I'm nervous.
You don't change your grease.
I'm nervous.
You don't clean behind the racks in the kitchen. I mean, if you can't clean your bathroom,
your
I'm not a
that's
decor person. Decor is
I'm not
something
talking about
for
decor.
women.
I'm talking about
But
cleanliness.
cleanliness is something
You don't
totally
want to go in there and wash your hands, man. You know it's nasty.
Yeah. I mean, and even the clubs. I'm old now. I go to the club with a decent bath. The hole in the wall.
If I can't take a shit in your bathroom at the club, I don't want to go.
Not taking a shit in the club.
That's not happening. That is not happening.
I'm going to tell y'all a story about how I threw up in the club.
Yeah, that's
hey, look, that's going to be part 2.
That's
going to be part 2.
Say something like
Hey, look, everybody. Hustle Different Podcast. We're going to call it a night. We ran over, which is cool. We had a great guest here tonight. Miss Shante Harman Young in the building. Queso, what?
Tell your information one more time.
Give it up to him.
www.quesowhat.com. QUESOWHAAT.com. I am on Facebook at QuesoWhat. I am on Instagram at queso_what. You can text your order 314-341-7734 when you want to order. But go to www.quesowhat.com and sign up for emails, and then you can get all kind of specials and discounts and that sort of thing. And we have a rewards program, so if you have so many points, you can get a free queso.
And she does voiceovers.
I was just finna say, call her for a voiceover because you just want to hear her voice.
I might mess around and go on porn. They have voiceovers on.
No, that's the sex dialing people.
That's the sex dial?
Yeah, that's the sex dial
I don't
people.
know. I'm trying to diversify my income. I'm trying to get the husband on Feet Finder.
Hey, Cornell, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
He gonna make some money, man. He gonna make some money.
I'm trying to get him on Feet Finder.
He gonna make some money.
Hey, Cornell, bro. I don't have nothing to do with this.
I'm going to hell. Lord,
I don't know what's
so
in
mad
there.
I said that about Feet Finder.
She said it was water. She said it was water in that thing. That's I don't know.
He know what's in there.
Okay.
Hey, she said he got sexy feet. They going on porn.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Feet. We ain't going on porn. I need him to go on Feet Finder so we can get some
There you
money.
go, Feet Finder.
You know what I'm saying? I want to put him on Feet Finder.
Yeah, he gonna make the extra.
But I was just, if I had a voice,
he'll love it.
We need multiple streams of income.
Oh my God. Bro. Oh my God.
I'm going to hell.
Oh my God. So
the Lord know my spirit.
Yeah, he do.
He know my heart.
Yeah.
Y'all, he grades on the curve. Y'all call it grace and mercy.
So look, y'all can get quesos, political information, men's feet, voiceovers.
All that from our website.
QUESOWHAAT.
Hey, wonderful show. See y'all next week. I'm here with my man Jay. He slid in from his personal day, and I appreciate him coming in.
Thank you.
Jay the historian, Coach Teddy, and my man Beans on the scene. And I'm your boy Gray, man. We had a blast. Miss Shante Harman Young is coming back. Cornell, you got to come with her next time to kind of hold her down a little bit, please. No, my guy, come out, please. Just sit on the couch. I think if you were sitting on this couch, yeah, exactly. Give us a look. The queso, and this is no exaggeration, the quesos was off the chain.
Yeah.
Rewind the tape, rewind the video. I went through the list. Like I said, we had everything but the piece of queso, and I wish y'all could see.
You like Emo's Pizza, you'll love that.
Hey, look, if y'all could see how empty these trays was over here, y'all will understand what we are saying.
Man.
And this is not a game. Like I said,
my cheeks hurt. Thank you.
Look at her. Seriously, look. And like I said, as a black woman in our fair city or our unfair city, she has made some waves. She has taken positions that some men can't even get. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Seriously.
Her balls are bigger than some men's.
Oh, Lord.
I say that. I was a man in a previous life.
Oh,
I tell
God.
people that all the time.
And viewers, don't forget to go out to all of Shantae's platforms and like, share, and subscribe.
Pop-up shop.
Every bit of support helps. Don't forget to go out to the Hustle Different website pages or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
we
share, and
posted all the
subscribe.
information.
We cannot do it without you all. So we appreciate all of you all's efforts. We definitely appreciate Shante for gracing us on the show and all the information, insight, and input that she had to offer with us. We thank you.
Man, we changing his name to That Boy
Message.
Is Bad.
He said, "I'm that man." That's his new nickname.
Right.
I'm that man. That's him. Yeah, hold on a minute. I'm finna turn this off right now. Hold on a minute. And we are
officially
done.
I know you from Ferguson.
From Ferguson?
Did you do some docu-series? I've seen you before. I've been staring at you all night. I'm sorry. I
know that
you.
boy.
Like when you said you did film.
Yeah, I didn't do anything in Ferguson yet. I did a few commercials. I did a